Finger on a very large man. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson has a broken right pinky, and there is currently no timetable for his return. This news comes out 3 days after the Knicks sweep Cleveland to reach their first NBA Finals since 1999. Game 1 is Wednesday, giving Robinson 5 days before the series begins. So, Winman, let's start with whatever it is we do or don't know. What do we know about the Robinson injury, his status for Game 1, and the impact this will have on the Knicks?
Well, he's obviously a very important player because he is one of very few Knicks big men. The Knicks' really third big man is OG Anunoby in the postseason. He spells Karl Towns. He is an absolute quintessential energy player, creates extra possessions. I will say, if you are going to have an injury to a player on a hand, it would be a non-skill player. He is a non-skill player in terms of his hands. He has 28 baskets in the playoffs. 21 of them are dunks. The other ones of them are inside 3 feet. The finger injury, it depends on many factors. Did he need surgery? Is this an injury to a ligament? Is something where you could just buddy wrap it and deal with pain? These are questions that are probably going to be answered over the next few days. It would be more concerning if a guard had a hand injury, but this is definitely depressing news for the Knicks, who had a clean injury report after the conference finals.
And everything is going so perfectly for them. All of the rest, all of the advantages. And then you look at your phone yesterday, like Sham saying, what? How in the world do you break your finger? Then there's been all this video that's come out of some things that happened in Game 4. And maybe it happened there. It's still not 100% clear when or how the injury happened. What other senses are you getting?
That this is critical. That this is, when you win or lose NBA Finals, they're on the margins. Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, protecting the rim. Let's say they play against Oklahoma City, and they have 2 big men, Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein. This leaves the Knicks short-handed on the front line, along with Karl Anthony Towns, who we know can get in foul trouble. Mitchell Robinson being there as a screener, as someone who can play above the rim. Like, he has 28 field goals. I guarantee you every one of those field goals are either assisted or off of offensive rebounding because of missed shots. That is a critical element of what the Knicks do. They've been playing so well offensively that you kind of overlook that stuff. But I think this has a chance to be a series-turning injury.
If he doesn't need surgery, he gonna play. Like, if you're Jalen Brunson, be like, hey, look, dog, like, I get it, this new school of basketball, pinky injuries, like, but if you don't need surgery, we need you to strap that up.
Yeah.
I throw the ball lobs at the rim. I'm gonna need you to go get that. And defensively, I'm gonna need you to be a presence. We're gonna have to play through pain. Nothing that you've accomplished in life isn't through some adversity. And this is one of those moments where, yeah, if it's a pinky injury, if you don't need surgery and you can't hurt yourself anymore, I'm gonna need you to play through that, because if a matchup against OKC, we have to worry about Karl Anthony Towns being in foul trouble. And if it's a matchup against this 7'5", 7'6" alien, we're going to need you on the court to spell Cat some minutes. We're going to need you on the court to win a championship.
So I agree with you, and I think if it is even remotely physically possible, he's going to play. The question is, what impact? I mean, if you just sort of assess, because you said to me earlier, you once had a similar injury to your non-shooting hand.
Yep.
And I said, jokingly, but not really, I'm not sure if he has a shooting hand, right? I mean, that's not really part of his game. So what impact do you think it actually has?
Just around feel, around lobs at the rim, getting rebounds, securing it strong with 2 hands. And by the way, like, I know people at home don't like to hear that style of basketball, but you guys have to understand, like, we got Steve Smith in the room today, right?
Yeah.
Like, savage with what he does. There are players in the league that pay attention to injury reports. Why do you we start saying lower body injury?
Right.
It didn't specify what it is. Your hand is something every single time you get a chance to get a rebound, somebody's swiping down on your hand. If you get a lob at the rim, somebody's swiping at the rim. You have to play through that, because now the world
It's a target.
knows. Yes.
It is a target, and if you got a bad wrist, they're going to slap at the wrist. And you may say, oh, that's a little, whatever it is.
It's dirty, whatever.
It's not. It is winning a championship is hard, and you have to win at the margins, and now he has just made himself a target.
Well, for sure. And that's been true in every sport since the beginning of time, and it always will be. Wendy, finish it up here, because it does feel like a Knicks team that has nothing but a parade of good news for the last month gets to whatever degree this is, gets a tough break here.
Yeah, here's the thing. There's still 5 days between now and Game 1. He would have more days. Even if he isn't ready to start the series, there's a long period of time. I got to think he's going to be able to put his fingerprints on this series. And also, look, he's headed into free agency. If he heroically comes back from this injury and is able to make an impact, it potentially is a wonderful story. But that is something that is a hard sell today when you're still shocked with this news.
Absolutely. Yeah, it came across as a big surprise yesterday. So obviously we have a lot more basketball to get to, and Steve is here with all our football conversation. And then we have this. We had just positively